What's cracking like on YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood ball of chaos here, absolute destruction. First off, I want to apologize again for this battle coming up late. I'm going against a new coach here, Bill, and the Adelaide Honchkrow, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced. I am a coach for the Virginia Volcaronas, but he's a new coach here. He had to take over for King Bub and the Manchester United. Bub just had so much stuff or other going on, he wasn't able to participate this season, but it was really unfortunate. I really wanted to face Bub because he's a really good buddy of mine, but unfortunately, things happen. But this is our week 4 of the NPCC that we're going against Bill here. And you can see the team, he has the exact same team. I don't think he changed anything. But he pretty much has the same team that Bub had. But he brought the Registeel, the Tapu Bulu, the Nidoking, the Tornadus, the Mienshao, and the Cofagrigus. And our team, we brought the Rusev, which is, Rusev, our Emboar, Toy Scarf, Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, Earthquake, Insurance. Now, he got a little screwed up because I planned this team on a different computer and then tried to transfer it over to here, and the IVs got screwed up. I didn't realize until today, a day later, that he should have been max speed, Jolly, but he was actually max HP, max attack, Adamant. Don't know why. Doesn't really come to a fact, doesn't really matter that much, but that happened. Because pretty much if him being Toy Scarf, he would have outsped pretty much everything on this team, besides maybe Tornadoes from Mienshao. But still, now we got a new member to the team, RKO out of nowhere, the Gliscor, holding that Toxic Orb for the Poison Heal, Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, Aerial Ace for that Tapu Bulu because I know I can't hit it with anything else. And Roost, max HP, 184 defense, and I put 72 in attack because normally they always run 72 speed. I put it into attack instead of speed just because so I can get a little more damage off. But Gliscor is there. And then we brought Neville or Salamence back, holding the Steelium Z, Moxie, Dragon Dance, Declaw, Earthquake, and Iron Tail. Now the reason why I brought Steelium Z, and he questioned why I brought it, like him and I had a long discussion afterwards, and him and I did not agree on certain placements that him and I did. But he didn't understand why I brought Steelium Z. I brought Steelium Z so I could hit that Tapu Bulu. Because if I started setting up and all I had was Earthquake, Dragon Claw, what else was I going to do to that Tapu Bulu? I needed something to hit it with, and Steelium Z was that move to hit it with. And then we have Trish Stratus, our Azel, holding the Expert Belt, Flamethrower, Side Shark, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt. We brought AJ Styles back, our Raikou, which we're actually rocking a substitute Calm Mind leftover set with max speed. He didn't understand why I'm ran max speed. I don't like speed creeping. It's just not my style. He'd be like, oh, if you only had to take out, like, 30 speed and you wouldn't fine. It's like, I don't like speed creeping. Just not my style. Because I know once I speed creep, if I don't speed creep the right thing, I could get outsped by something and it could hurt. So, I don't want to risk that. So, I'm rocking the Substitute Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Ice. Pretty much just everything on this team. Like, there's nothing that can hit that. And then lastly, we have Mickey James, our Tapu Fini, Leftover Surf, Nature's Madness, Ice Beam, again, for that Tapu Bulu, just so we can hit that and protect. That's our special defensive mon. So, let's go ahead and get into this battle. Let me turn on the sound. Sorry you all see that. Oh, it's a little loud. So, I lit off with AJ Styles. Just because I was figuring that's the best lead I can possibly leave with. I can't Volt Switch out, but I thought it would be a good setup. And it was perfect for me, because he had this Registeel, and I was like, awesome. So what I decided to do was, I went for a substitute. He went for a Stealth Rocks. So I was like, free sub. I was like, awesome. This is pretty much like, I was hoping that maybe if I play this right, I can just end this battle with a 6-0, get myself to a -1 differential, and it would be good going forward. But he decides to switch out here, I'm pretty sure, into his Nidoking, and Jorah's the Nidoking, yeah. And then I decided to just go for a Calm Mind, so I can get a Calm Mind. Now, since I'm behind the sub, he can't touch me. So if he wants to Earthquake, Earth Power, do whatever he wants, he has to break the sub before he can hurt me. So I can get some free damage off on this thing, and so I am going to go for that Hidden Power Ice. Just to get as much damage off as I can. I think I need one more Calm Mind up to kill it, and if I went for another Calm Mind there, we might have been able to kill it, but I didn't want to risk it. I just wanted to get damage off on this thing as much as possible. So, he does break my sub with a Poison Jab. So, I was seeing that he outsped me. He's definitely Twitch Scarf. So, that's good to know that he's Twitch Scarf. That's very good to know. So, like, I could have, I don't remember what I did here. I'm pretty sure I switched out. Then I went to Glass Core here, because I know with Glass Core I can get up any hit from this thing. Since he just Choice Scarf, he's going to be going for that poison jab. And if he poisons me, oh well, we're toxic poison heal, so who cares if he poisons me? Oh, sorry. So, he gets the, I get Toxic Orb off, and so now I can start healing myself. Glass Core, I am falling in love with. Glass Core's great. He goes in to take this pill, and this thing was very annoying this whole entire battle. Tornadus is annoying. But I decided to Roost knowing that he was going to switch out, just to get myself back up to full HP. Now, there's not much I can do to this thing, just due to the fact that I am Rocket, Earthquake, and Airless, and I predicted he might have Power Ice. I was assuming he was possibly Salt Fest with just a whole bunch of special moves. So, he goes into this. I go into Mickey James here, and he does go for the Power Ice, predicting what I figured he had, because I knew he would probably need to counter the Ice Core with it. So I was like, alright, that's fine. Now, I don't know if it's here or later on, but a gigantic just turn of him switching out over and over and over and over and over and over and over again will begin soon. He goes for the Sludge Wave, and seeing how much damage this does, I was like, that doesn't do a whole lot. That does maybe 30 or 40 points of damage. So I was like, okay, then I'm just going to Nature's Madness you, bring you low, where an Ice Beam can just take you out. I had no reason not to. And he questioned why. It's like, you know I had Sludge Wave, why did you stay in? Because I'm living the hit. If I know I can live the hit, I'm going to stay in. But I Protect, thinking that he's going to go for a Sludge Wave in. Now, I don't remember here. I think he does switch out, predicting me to switch out, or predicting me to go for an Ice Beam, predicting him not to switch out. Or some weird thing here, but he does switch out into his Registeel. No, he goes into George. Okay, so I do go for the Ice Beam here. Because I was hoping he would stay in the Sludge Wave and I can just hit him off with the Ice Beam. He does switch out, goes into George. I was like, okay, cool. Little King John, I don't worry about his Choice Scarf, so Raikou can sweep later on if he be. Now, he goes back in to take this pill. And I think it's here where it really starts, like, taking the many, many turns. And I did not agree with this because the turns that he goes about, like, switching back and forth. Oh, no, so it wasn't here. But there's a point where he's just constantly switching back and forth, and it just gets really, really bad. So he goes for a Sludge Wave. I know I can eat up a Sludge Wave just fine. With Tristratus. I know I can eat it up. And so from the range I was at, I was like, he might die here. But I wanted to see if I can get a T-Bolt off and see how much damage I can do. Hopefully take it out because I have Expert Belt. But unfortunately I wasn't, because I'm pretty sure he's Assault Vested. So he goes with Sludge Wave, and if I was leftovers, I might have been able to live that, or if I had a little more HP. But, you know what, whatever, it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I go into RKO here, and I don't know why I did. Like, honestly, I don't know why I did. That was a really stupid play on my part. So I switched back out into Mickey James, and he predicts that and goes for a Sludge Wave. Which is fine. Like, I'm not too worried about that. Like, honestly, like, I was fine with Mickey James going down. Like, Mickey James wasn't that much of my priority. I wanted to get the thing low so I can come in and take it out with something else. Oh no, he goes for the Hidden Power Ice. Okay, so we're good then. So, and I did this battle all on stream, and so people were watching this battle live. And so, he withdraws, and he goes into Registeel here. This Professor Crowley, which I love that nickname, by the way. Reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! XD. I think, no, it's GX. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I don't know why I said it was XD. GX. So I just go for the Surf, just because I was like, I know I can take any damage, whatever, and then... So... And this is when the mind games start playing, that he just, for some reason, continues to try to switch in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So he switches out. I went for Nature's Madness, you know, just to get some sort of damage off on that Registeel, and try to dwindle him down. That was my whole goal, is I wanted to dwindle him down. Now, my whole thing is that here, I had a feeling Ice Beam would kill at this range. I did. That's why I stayed in, but he was like, why'd you stay in? Against my Tornadus Eye. Or Tennessee, whatever that was called. I was like, because I knew I had a chance to kill you. So I went for the Ice Beam there. Nope. Okay, I was like, okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna go for Nature's Madness again. Like, there's no reason not to. I have like 13 of them left at this point. I'm just gonna Nature's Madness again, because either he stays in with this thing, gets the thing really low, or he just goes back into Tornadus, and we're back in the exact same situation we were in before, where he's really low. Which he does. And my whole time thinking is like, why is he constantly doing the switching out and just try to take me out when you're allowing me to just get more HP back and making me able to hit sludge waves more? Like, I didn't understand the play there. I didn't understand it whatsoever. Like, whatsoever, I did not understand this play. So, like, I figured maybe he was, like, trying to waste turns on the Misty Terrain or something so he can go into Professor Crowley and Toxic me or something. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do. So I just went for Nation of Madness because I knew he was possibly going to switch out another thing. So I went for Nation of Madness. Got this thing really low. I was like, yes. Thank God. Thank God. So that's mainly my whole goal. I wanted to try to get that Nation of Madness off on the Professor Crowley just so I can get him low. He does go for the Protect so he can get more HP recovery back. Again, you're allowing me to get my HP recovery back. And that was the thing I never understood, is like, you know I have leftovers. I started in the yellow, and now I'm almost at full HP. Because he just kept on switching. Like, now I know you're only going to do about maybe 20 to 30%, like maybe around 30-35% with Sludge Wave. I'm going to live it. So at this point, I switched out into my AJ Styles here because I knew I could possibly set up with this thing. But, because I knew, I was like, okay, I'll set up on this thing, no problem. Because he can't touch me. But he actually doubles out into Spooky Go, so I was like, oh, well, okay. And this was a sort of a misplay. The viewers in the chat talked to me later in the battle. They were like, well, why didn't you just continue to call mine? Because the Shadow Ball wasn't doing that much. Because I go for the subs here, he goes for Shadow Ball, breaks my sub. So next turn I was like, okay. So let's see how much it does. I'm going to go for Calm Mind, because I know I outsped the thing. So I could just go for Calm Mind. And theoretically, yes, I could have just continued to Calm Mind up after he, because I think it only did like 20-25% after our Calm Mind, and so it would have done less and less and less. But the problem is that I did not want to risk him getting a crit, because if one crit could have ended it all. I did not want to risk a crit. That was my whole thing. I did not want to risk a crit. Yeah, that doesn't hardly do anything at all, and so I can get another Calm Mind up, I can get another Calm Mind up, and I could easily just set up on this thing, no problem. He had a lot of mobs on the team that were just set up on it. He didn't bring any like hazards, not hazards, like statuses like a Toxic or Thunder Waves because he was of my type of Finny. That's what I like about type of Finny. It scares away any of that type of stuff. Because if I have Nation of Madness, I have Misty Terrain up, you can't Toxic or burn or anything like that. So at this point, like, Raikou is just, I'm trying to take out this Copper Tree, just that's my whole goal at this point. I knew I could take it out, another Thunderbolt, gone, I don't have to worry about it. And like I said, I could have, hindsight 2020, I could have continued to set up Calm Minds, and I could have possibly put the rest of his team, but I didn't want to risk that. Like, I didn't want to risk that whatsoever. So he goes into his Rock Breaker here, and if I had another Calm Mind up, a Hidden Power Ice definitely would have taken this thing out. 100%. 100%. Another Calm Mind would have taken this thing out if I continue to set up with it. But I didn't want to risk that, so I just, before, like I said, I didn't want to risk a crit. So I just went for the HP Ice, and he goes for his, Bloom Doom, I think it's a Bloom Doom. So he sort of, in my opinion, wasted, I don't know if he predicted me to switch out, but, oh no, it was Z Sunny Day, that's right, it was Z Sunny Day. So he can get his speed up, which I thought that was considered part of the Omni moves. I didn't realize Omni was, hence 6, was just the one to set up all 6s. So we can use setup ones like this, so it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So if I did have a couple more Calm Minds up, I could have taken out this Tapu Bulu with a Hidden Power Ice, so we wouldn't have had a chance to set up the Sunny Day. But it doesn't really matter because he goes for a Solar Beam here to the other sun up, and it's Stab, so why wouldn't he? Best move he can do. But I actually lived on 3 HP. I was like, Raikou, you're a god. All the RNG that's been against me has finally come back. So I was playing a game earlier on Showdown with someone, and the RNG just destroyed me. Like, I missed so many moves, it was bad. So, AJ Styles was able to take out Tapu Bulu. Tapu really didn't do anything. He got the Sunny Day up, but didn't really do anything else. So he goes in to take this pill here, and I think I just go for a T-Bolt here, because there's no reason not to. Like, literally no reason not to. And he goes down. So that's 3 kills now for Raikou. Raikou's just racking up kills this game. So even with one Calm Mind up, I still swept a good portion of his team. I could have swept his whole entire team if I got more Calm Minds up. Then we wouldn't have to worry about taking that that damage from Solar Beam that much. Well, at all. So I could have swept his whole entire team. But hindsight 2020, you take what you can get. So he is Choice Scarf. He was a Choice Scarf. Yeah, check that. Barely outsped him base points wise. So he's definitely a Choice Scarf. Which is fine. Like, I'm not worried about that. And I knew he had the Poison Jab. And here comes the point where I still did not understand fully why he, like, near the end of this battle, he switches out, so he gives me a free D-Dance. Like, that was the whole thing. I wanted to get a free D-Dance off. Like, yay, D-Dance. Yay, D-Dance. I brought 2 mods to set up with, because I knew by bringing mods to set up with, that was going to work. So the Sunlight faded. Now, I don't think I went for another D-Dance here. I could have, and I definitely would have outsped that Mienshao at that point. But I think I just want to get as much damage off on this Professor Crowley as possible, because this thing is so bulky. It is annoying. Now, I go for the Earthquake, and he gets really, really low. Alright? Like, he's in the red. Like, he is really low. And he has the Ice Punch in this thing. I was like, okay, cool. That's pretty awesome. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go down here. No, I lived on 4. So at this point, I do not understand. Because I knew his Mienshao outsped me. I knew he was Choice Scarf. He possibly would outsped me. Because he apparently put enough speed investment in there. But he switches out, knowing I have +1 Earthquake, he switches out into his Mienshao and sacks him. Which in my head I'm thinking, why would you do that? Differential purposes, you just guaranteed me getting a 4-0 when you could have... His whole thing is that it was a chance to kill. It was a chance to kill. Not 100% sure about that, because I was +1, but he claimed it was a chance to kill. He was like a 64% chance to kill, so that's why he did it, because he was hoping he would live 1. But let me see if I can pull up damage calculator on my phone. Hold on. So I'll see how much that would have done either way. But he goes, he tried to go for Double Protect. I went for my Stellium Z move just so I can show that off, saying that I had it. And then he questioned, like, why Stellium Z? It was like, because of your Tapu Bulu. What else was going to hit your Tapu Bulu? So, let me see while this animation goes off. I love this animation with the Corkscrew. It's so great. So, let me see. Like, he was predicting, why not fly? Because you had the Registeel, and I didn't want to risk going for a Z, flying Z move on that Registeel. That would have been bad. So let me see if I can pull up Mienshao. So, Earthquake would have done 62 to 73%, but with a +1 up that I was at, he had a 62.5% chance to OHKO. So he took the risk of a 37.5% chance of living. He took that chance. I don't think that's worth it. Like, to me, that's not worth it. Especially when there's a good chance, because I still had the Tapu Fini around. I still had the Gliscor around. I still had the Emboar around. There was nothing else you can do. So, but thank you all for coming out to watch this video. I should appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button down below. I'll make sure to link his channel in the description. And we will see you next time. Peace.